Hey you guys, it's me Aset. I'm in the kitchen, okay? And now I'm going to show you guys a really cool way to fix some pancakes. Okay, it's going to be very quick, very simple. It's not the store brand bought, it's the brand that you make on your own, and it's very quick, only simple ingredients, and you wouldn't believe how quick you can do this and have a better alternative versus having a poor selection with tons of preservatives, tons of artificial flavors, and everything else that you just don't want inside of your body, and other things that's going to chemically imbalance you and your children. Ready for this? Let's quickly do it. Guys, be sure to hang around to the end because I have two really sweet deals I want to show you that you will thank me later. For the recipe, click the link below. Okay, so these are my magic ingredients: whole wheat flour, egg replacer, almond milk. I try to stay away from any kind of milk products. And I use either coconut milk, almond milk. Those are my main choices. I would even use rice milk, but rice milk is a little too thin, but it's okay because you can even use water if you wanted to. Baking powder, baking soda, and vanilla. You can also use almond extract. Almond extract is really good. It enhances the flavor and it brings a powerful almond taste to the pancakes. And if you have some, I would highly recommend using some. A teaspoon is very good for this amount that we're going to use. I also have my handy dandy tools, and this is going to be my plate for receiving, a spatula, whisk, measuring spoons, hot frying pan, and grapeseed oil, whole wheat flour, baking powder, egg replacer, or if you don't have egg replacer, 2 whole eggs, vanilla, and a dash of salt, sea salt if you have it. Was the dry ingredient mixture simple enough? If so, let's continue and blend in the wet stuff. I am free-handed on this. Why? Because it's based on how thick I want it or how thin I want it. So let's start off with 2 cups of milk for starters, and mix. Pretty thick. I don't want it that thick, so I'll use some more. I normally freehand, but I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing here. So far, that's almost a full cup, so let's use half first, and then see how that does. A half was good, okay? I may need this, I may not, but we'll see, because over a period of time it will thicken. If you wanted to, you can most definitely use your fruits. I'm going to use some of these. You can use bananas, blueberries. So now I'm moving on to the pan. I like to increase my fire up to medium high because I like to get that heat going. I like to get that sizzle because that sizzle creates that nice crisp around the edges. Here's my trick when it comes to my selection of oil. I'm going to show you how I use the butter, and I use the minimum as well. Right here, I'm going to start with 1/4 of a cup, okay? This is just a small cup, so I'm just going to do it with this. It's a baby cup. I'm going to take about 1/2 teaspoon of butter, and I'm just going to melt that in that oil so I can minimize the usage of butter. For those who like to use butter, you don't need to use butter, but if you like to use butter, this is a nice way to minimize that butter, because sometimes we would take that whole stick and the stick is gone before we get ready to serve our plate of food. And I'm going to take my cup carefully and put this oil back in this cup. I would suggest using a glass one, glass cup. I use this because I know that it's a very sturdy one and it's strong. So now we have our oil slash butter mix. Right here I already have some oil in here. So I'm just going to move this over back to the mixture. See what happens? It thickens up. So I'm just going to use that leftover milk and then pour a little at a time just to loosen it back up. There, it loosened. I have this spoon and I'm just going to measure each scoop so I can have the perfect size for each. So with that oil, I have that oil around, and I'm just going to spread this out a little bit. And as you can see, that it's creating that sizzle on the side. The reason why I have the pan up so high is because I want it to create the sizzle. And when it continues to create the sizzle, then I'm just going to move that oil around the pancake. I have an aunt that she's in her 60s and she can cook a great deal of food, but one thing she cannot cook or fry is a pancake. Ironic, right? So right here you see that it looks dry. There's some bubbles, there's some potholes in there. So we're just going to flirt with it a little bit, and we see that that looks good, and then give it a flip. Now I'm just taking all this, I'm just going to put a little more of this oil in there for the other side and flip away. That's the wheat pancake. So don't ever let anyone discourage you to believe that wheat pancakes are not all that, because these are amazingly delicious and they're better on the stomach. I'm not saying that they're better for you, but they are a better alternative. Later on I will try to use some different kind of flours, darker flours, whatever the case is, almond flours, and experiment. But so far I'm only experimental with my usual, which is the wheat flour, okay? Because I'm not too, you know, risque. I like to go with what I know will work, and I like to introduce that to you as well. But we'll have fun in the kitchen with my yays or nays. If you guys haven't liked, subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, based off the way this pancake looks. It's crispy. Look at that. Hear that? That's the best part. Now look for the rise. And it's not too thick, it's not too thin. Beautiful. Out we go. Yep. That takes skills. Subscribe. You didn't subscribe yet? Subscribe. Go ahead. Click the button. Go ahead. Don't be afraid. It won't hurt. All right. Dry. Right. My pancake mix thickened just a little bit, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of that milk. Yes, indeed. Adding blueberries into it is a great way to add antioxidants into your diet too. I see. If you guys have any suggestions, please go ahead and leave it in the comment box below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do that as well, so I can continue to feed some great information to you guys, so you guys can better your health. I'm Aset, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Here's that sweet treat that I wanted to show you guys at the end. This right here, you can find this at probably some of your health food stores, which is pretty cool. But this is coconut whipped cream in a can. How about that? No milk products, okay? So, bon appetit. Enjoy. Oh. This right here is the syrup of choice.
Bon appetit, baby.
Agave. Bon appetit.
No.
Give me.
Get more.
Somebody else. Agave.
Give it.
You hate agave.
Good. Babies. He doesn't look so happy. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, too much agave.
Oh, you want me to take it all? Just do it.